Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people tend to ask me about, and that is how to move around the map without actually using a UAV or a personal radar. So we're going to be talking about those different things, how you should be utilizing your compass and the minimap combined to give you a bigger picture of what is going on, and how you can utilize that information to get streaks faster, which you're going to see I get full sets of streaks multiple times within the gameplay that we're going to look at. By the time you watch this video, my code will be live for 30% off. So if you want to save a little bit of money off Gfuel, you can go ahead and enter code JGOD or just click the link down in the description below. You'll save 30% off your purchase, regardless if you decide to go with a starter kit or one of the various other options that is available on their website. Quick reminder, if you do enjoy the video or find it helpful in any way, let me know by hitting that like button. I do have a goal on this video of 500 likes. If you're brand new to the channel and would like to find your way back for whatever reason, make sure you do subscribe with notifications on. So the first gameplay we're going to be taking a look at is on Anaya Palace, and there's a ground war, and then we're going to look at two other regular 10v10 maps. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each, just so you can kind of give an idea of what's going on in these individual moments. So right here, I'm going to pause it really quick. So right here, what I was looking at is that I know that my teammate was pushing up on this right side, and I'm expecting them to cover this side over here. Unfortunately, there was a guy over here that didn't touch B at all, so I had no indication that there would be anyone on B. So it's kind of one of those 50-50s. If they would have popped up at B, I probably would have spent more time looking at B, but since nobody popped up at B, I kind of just had to use my best judgment, look to the left, and figure that my teammate would have that right side. But unfortunately, that person's way tucked away in the pocket in the corner of the map, which you'll see where I end up getting killed from. So he's kind of sitting at the edge there. He's kind of in my team's blind spot, camping on the edge of this. If he would have walked up at all, my teammate likely would have seen him. So right here, you can see I spot this guy on the compass, top right, and look at where I end up looking immediately. I'm already ready for that gunfight because I was paying attention to the compass. So a lot of times you're getting that information, you just got to be able to absorb it. As I come through here, I got to figure out how I'm going to play this because I'm expecting there to be a bunch of people at B, especially since that's their spawn point now. We don't have anything pushed up on that right side. There should be people definitely in front of me. So as I come through here, I end up turning around just to double check it. There ended up being a guy there. And this is just from habits, learning how to check your corners on a regular basis. Sometimes people are better at it than others, and some people are horrible at it. In this particular case, it worked out for me. It looks like that guy's still camping in the corner or something like that. So I kind of jumped down. I am in the blind spot, so I'm in a pretty good spot here as I creep into this corner. And what you'll notice is I let the guy walk by. There's another one that walks by, and then there's another one, and then I decide to finally make my move once I feel like there's enough people in front of me that I'm not going to have 10 people spawning literally behind me. Since I didn't give away my position, I checked the corner real quick. It did look like somebody was on the balcony, but I end up in their blind spot. Take out this guy, take out the next, and then I already have the full streak, or at least the first streak in this series of streaks, which is critically important, as you'll see. I end up peeking that, and that's when I come out. I don't even know if anyone's there. I'm just pre-aiming it so that I can get in position to win that gunfight, because usually whoever is pre-aiming first is going to win. That guy was running, and if you look closely, he is sprinting, right? So as I come out, I end up taking him out, and then he doesn't even have a chance to draw his weapon, and that's why I take no damage. He's sprinting. His gun's like this, and I've already landed 2 shots before he decided to aim down sight, and then he's instantly dead. So that's why a lot of times just get in a habit of pre-aiming is a huge thing, because you save yourself from taking any damage. I'm also a little concerned about my ammo, which doesn't end up being a factor. I end up double checking because I wasn't sure if that was a teammate. I did not see them on the minimap, so I double check it pretty quick. And then I'm able to shoot this guy in the back, and then I'm able to cross. I feel really good about this cross because really the only person that's going to be able to shoot me right here is somebody who's on the edge right here, right outside of the palace, behind me on the corner. But right now, that's not an issue. So I'm going to run straight across. That's going to lead me to get my cruise missile. And then as I call on my streaks, that's going to be able to get me to the next set of streaks. As you'll see, I call in the cruise missile. And what you're going to be paying attention to is when you call these things in, this is like a mini UAV. It gives you a good view of the map. And you should be doing this on the 10v10 and 6v6 maps as well. Getting target information. Even if you don't get a kill with this thing, you should be able to get a ton of information to whereas you're going to be able to pick up your other kills. So I go ahead and clear this up. I know that the guys are pretty far. This got me enough to get my chopper gunner, and then that's going to lead us to the next streak. I decided to go after this E flag. You can see that there's 3 enemies in this building. There's one just to the outside. My teammate pushed in. I take this guy out. I back up. There's a claymore there. The guy decides to challenge me. So that's 2 out of the 4 gone. I peek the right real quick in my peripheral. I come through, win this gunfight because I'm using an MP5. It's absolutely disgusting. And then I jump back in, expecting the guy to be ready for me. And then I take him out. I wasn't sure if he would be looking out the window or looking at me. In my case, it ended up working out. So right here, I'm just paying attention, covering my teammate as he's on E, because pretty much the only way they're going to be able to get in now that I've killed the main people is pretty much from this front side. I call in this cruise missile, and here's the key part of the cruise missile, which I was just talking about. There's 2 enemies over here because this guy doesn't show up unless he just spawned there, and he's spawned on somebody who has cold-blooded. And what we're going to see is this guy runs across, my teammate kills him, and the second one I'm going to run out and end up killing him. So I go over here, chase down a couple kills. I end up getting a nice little double kill, I believe. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and charge for this corner. Looks like my teammate took care of that as I come through. It's basically lined up perfect for you. And I'm not even seeing the guy when I'm aiming down sight. 100% I do not see that guy. I'm purposely aiming down sight as I run out. And you'll see I just already pre-aiming that spot. You can see it on the minimap. I'm already pre-aiming it so that when I fire the weapon, I'm going to be able to get those kills. And then you get a full set of streaks. And then you def comp the match pretty quickly, which kind of sucks. That's the downside of calling in streaks right away is you def comp the match. I ended up 58-4 in that match. A ton of kill streaks. I cut some of that out just so it could go through it quicker. And we'll go into the next gameplay. So right here, we do start in a match in progress. We're going to follow the similar mechanic. But this time I was actually running hardline. And kill chain, because a lot of times in these smaller modes where it's 10v10 or 66, there's not as many UAVs. When they do get called, you do have to be aware of it. I got a claymore kill. I end up getting another kill, so I've already gotten a 3-piece just joining the match. You can see where a majority of my team is. They're all pretty much on this right side of the map. That leaves a lot of room on this left side. You know, enemies typically like to sit in that room in the side as well as the wood side and come through and flip the spawns on C. So we'll kind of have to see how that part plays out. I can see that there's 3 guys on this right side. So when I peek it, I'm already aiming down sight, trying to get the kill because the UAV or the compass and the minimap have already given me intel of where I need to be looking. I can see my teammates are primarily looking to this left side. So all I have to do is when I come out, I'm a pre-aim and I'm already expecting to take damage because they're already shooting. So I'm going to peek it, shoot, and then strafe out. So I take as least amount of damage as possible. Obviously, if they're using a one-shot kill weapon, not going to work out great for me, but it doesn't end up being the case. So I peek out, I get the quick kill. I know there's another guy, but I'm not going to re-ego challenge it. The guy's going to probably pre-aim my edge. So I decided to back off, especially since I already got my 4 kills and my cruise missile. And that's why it's super easy to get streaks now, because they moved the kill chain perk over. Huge mistake on the kill chain perk. I thought it was cool that they swapped out overkill, but the kill chain perk completely broken. So again, we're doing the same mechanic here. At least we're abusing the system. You can see that there's someone directly on C. You can see that somebody, luckily, they got a 4-piece with their cruise missile. So a little bit of bad timing. They're not going to pop up in time. So it should be only about 4 or 5 of them left on the map. And then as I hit this, there's probably like 4 of them spawning on the backside. So I come through, I get an easy kill there. And then I was paying attention where the other guys are. And that's why I'm jumping up here on this left side, because I know that there was a couple working their way towards C. Do have a couple teammates here. Somebody got the care package in the back of the spawn. Smart way to place it. Enemy just called in precision airstrike. So I wait for that to pass. My teammate moves around this left side. And then I'm deciding I need to push. And that's where you got to change the gears. I'm playing patiently, and then I play aggressive. Patiently, aggressive. I'm going to call in my VTOL. And then this ends up being easy. I only needed 5 kills. Claymore ends up helping, get the VTOL, and then that's going to lead to a ton of other kills. And just playing the map correctly, it ends up being pretty close at the end. I did start the match late, but still ended up going 31-5, considering I did not have all the intel right at the start, and there was pretty much no UAV during that time. So I just had to make judgment calls based off where my teammates were and what the compass was telling me. And that's really all I had to go off of. And that was enough for me to get easy streaks, especially with that change to the perks. And this one's even crazier. I started in Crash and my team's actually winning. So that's always a good thing. It gives me a little bit of confidence knowing that I can actually push aggressively. I come out and I do have a death right off the bat. But it doesn't really end up being an issue. I come through, and what you'll want to notice here is once I die, as I come out of spawn, this guy was just sitting there. I didn't even see the guy. But what you'll want to notice is look at where all my teammates are. That's what you have to be able to be aware of every single time you die, especially if it's going to pan you out like this. You got to understand where your teammates are. I know there's one up top here, one down low, one over here, probably on the outside by the airplane or coming around to the crash site. There's two up top, one on the outside, and then one on this side underneath. So it looks like this is going to be my route, and this is probably where I'm going to be able to get the most kills. So what do? Instead of just running across mid, I decide to go that. I will run across mid later on, which you'll see. But look at what I do here. Teammates right here sitting on the flag. There's two of them camping back here. They're just decided to camp. And that's perfectly fine. You're probably going to have 3 to 5 people do that every single match on your team. So as I come through over here, I end up taking this guy out. You're going to see he's a little skippy. Then I turn around and I stand up. Initially, I only see 2 guys. I take one out and I'm already strafing back into cover. And I'm utilizing my movement to my advantage so I can get a quick kill. And if they're already shooting at me, I don't even got to react to it. I'm already strafing into cover. So I take this first guy out, come around, end up seeing 1, and then there end up being 2 over there. Come through, there's another one. I didn't even spot this other guy. He could end up killing me. I place a claymore just to cover my back. Then I take him out. As I come through here, I'm already prepared that there's going to be a couple guys right here. They should have just spawned in. There's probably an enemy sitting in that room up there. Perfect timing. I come through, take that guy out. And then you could see the UAV has just passed. I can work my way back around, take this guy out in the back that's sitting back there. There's a guy in this room, and then there's 2 up top. And then it looks like 2 are fighting somewhere else on the map. And there's probably a couple people back here with ghosts, which you're not going to see at the C flag. So I come through, and I can see the guy. He's just crouch walking. As a lot of people do in this game, they just crouch walk so they can't be heard. And then there's no movement. So it looks like this guy is probably coming around this way. I'm waiting, thinking that he's going to jump through, and he ended up going this way. So I could have probably pushed for that flank, but I was a little nervous that somebody was sitting in the window by C, and they were just going to shoot me in the back as I jumped over the wall. And there's another guy up there. As I come through here, I hear the guy place the claymore, so I can't really push that, and I'm not going to fire my weapon to give away my position. And obviously, I'm not going to pop up on the compass or the mini-map, but by firing, they're going to know that somebody is down below us. Let's go check it out. So I'm avoiding that completely. As I come back through, I'm trying to be quiet and see what happens. And then as I come through, it ends up working out that once I can call in that VTOL, I should have probably called it in the building maybe. I don't know. But I decided to call it in right here. This gives me an indication of where people are. They are trying to push up out of C. And then I end up getting a lucky little gunfight here just because I get out of the way. I stim shot. We're both 1 shot. He thinks I'm still 1 shot. And I end up winning the gunfight. So he comes through, I potato a couple of my shots there. He was just ahead of my aiming. And then I come back through, hip fire, take him out. So now I have a full set of streaks. So we're here again. I spawned in. You can see where my teammates are. They're looking like they're about to flip the spawns. I just called in streaks, which typically happens. Teammates feel confident they can run across. I know there's at least 1 person on A. And the good way you can tell is how fast the actual bar moves. So you got to utilize that. If it's moving very slowly, it's probably just 1. Moving fast, then you know it's a couple. So I'll go ahead and come through, spawn out, and I'm expecting there to be at least 1 person on the flag, maybe 2. Take him out, and then I get out of there real quick, expecting that somebody was camping in the back and they're going to chase. Put on my claymore, come through. I do not even see this guy who shoots at me. He was over here behind my teammate's icon. Name didn't pop up. I do get shot, and then I get to cover. Luckily, it looks like my teammate probably finishes them off. Then I just push right through this left side. I'm feeling like it's a little bit safer. My teammates are on the right side. They're kind of funneled around. And then I go ahead and take this out. But generally, you don't want to run across mid unless you feel safe. My teammate just got killed. And if you look at the compass, there's a bunch of red dots. I take this guy out, place my claymore, close my door, and then I'm going to work my way up. I know that there's gunfire, and it sounds like it's upstairs. So I creep my way upstairs. And obviously, got to play patient because I'm not actually running with dead silence. Take both of them out. And then I got my cruise missile. I know that my claymore is blocking the door downstairs. That hasn't gone up. I checked the windows really quick. And I should be in a good spot. Look at where all my teammates are. Enemies should mostly be on this backside. I decide to call in the cruise missile. Once the cruise missile's up in the air, I do get a claymore kill. So now I know that somebody could be running in. I'm paying attention to what's going on with this. I end up getting a nice little double kill. Could have been a triple. The timing was right. And then I'm able to call on that VTOL. I ended up joining late and ended up going 42-3. And that was just utilizing the information that I had. Obviously, it could have been a different scenario where maybe I ran out a couple times and someone was pre-aiming me. There's a lot of variables. There's sometimes guessing involved, but you still can utilize the information given to you. And you can see when I had information, I utilized the information. 9 times out of 10, the compass was lighting up with little red dots. I was going for those individual targets. Same way with the compass or the UAV. We had a UAV in the air. I chose to play that correctly. Hopefully you guys did get something out of this video. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button. Again, a goal of 500 likes. If you're brand new to the channel, for whatever reason, haven't yet subscribed, definitely consider subscribing with notifications on. And that reminder, Gfuel is still 30% off when this video goes live all the way up until the 24th of February. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.